It's Christmas time. Oh, hello, everybody. It's me, Chris Smith, and by my side is Blackie Humphrey off camera. And today I am reviewing MJ, the musical, which is, of course, based on the life of Michael Jackson, the pop singer, and it was just at the Hollywood Pantages in beautiful Los Angeles. If you're in the Los Angeles area, please get in a time machine and go back because it'll be playing from December 20th, 2023 to January 28th, 2024. But don't worry if you're in the Los Angeles area or anywhere in Southern California. The tour will be stopping in other places in California. Even Southern California. But this is for my friends all over North America. And everyone in the rest of the world can enjoy it too. Now, MJ the Musical is a jukebox musical with the music of Michael Jackson. Oh dear, I punched Blackie in the face again. But accidentally, of course. Now, it's playing on Broadway, too, in New York City at the Neil Simon Theater, where it premiered December 6th, 2021. Of course, it was supposed to start in 2020, but was delayed because of the pandemic, of course. Now, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, even though I knew that this was a multi-Tony-nominated show. Let me count how many nominations it got. Okay, it got 10 nominations, and it won 4 Tonys. It was up for Best Musical. It won for Best Actor in a Musical, Miles Frost, as adult Michael Jackson. It was nominated for Best Direction of a Musical by Christopher Wheeldon, Best Choreography, Christopher Wheeldon, and Rich and Tone Talegua, and it won that award. It also was nominated for Best Book of a Musical from Lynn Nottage, Best Orchestrations, Best Scenic Design of a Musical, Best Costume Design, Best Lighting Design. It won for Natasha Katz, and Best Sound Design of a Musical won for Gareth Owen. Now, this basically is set in 1992, I do believe. And, yes, and it's at a rehearsal studio in Los Angeles where they're rehearsing for Michael Jackson's Dangerous tour. Now, here is the inside of the program, of the playbill, if you will. And you know, it's a jukebox musical. It's very well done, I must say. Here's the cast. Forgive the glare. So it's a nice big cast. It's a nice behind-the-scenes look at what a rehearsal studio might be like. Here's the other page. And all the dancers are stretching when the show begins. Really, it begins while you're still in your seats before the music has even started. People are sort of milling about. It's sort of fun to watch through my little binoculars as different dancers come in and do their stretches and chit-chat with different staff members behind the scenes. I thought that was sort of fascinating, how they're just in character and they're waiting for the big arrival of Michael. And there's a lot at stake for his Dangerous tour because there's been a lot of bad press about him. You know, the Elephant Man's bones, Bubbles the chimp, certain allegations against him from parents of young people who may have come to visit his Neverland Ranch. So there's a lot riding on this tour, and Michael is a perfectionist and wants everything to be right. Now, all the musical numbers, they're not listed in order that they appear, but in alphabetical order. So you actually have 3 different Michaels. You have young Michael, you have regular Michael, played by Roman Banks. You have little Michael, played by both Josiah Benson and Ethan Joseph. They take turns. And then, of course, there's a middle Michael somewhere. I'm trying to find him. Oh, yes, and Brandon Lee Harris plays Michael, and then Roman Banks is listed as MJ. So I actually thought that this worked better in MJ the Musical than, say, in the Cher show, which had 3 different Chers, but they were all of similar age. And same thing with the Donna Summer musical, Summer. I thought, why? I know it's a lot to carry for one person, but it seemed odd that people of close to the same age are playing 3 different, the same role, but 3 different people are playing them. But with Michael, it worked better because you had little Michael, like from the Jackson 5, singing A, B, C, easy as 1, 2, 3. And then you had middle Michael when he's starting to break off from the Jackson 5, and then they become the Jacksons. And so that Michael. And then you had Michael, the superstar that we all knew, and with the hits like Thriller and Billie Jean and Beat It. It's all there. One of my favorites was always Human Nature, because it was a little different than those big, giant, showy songs and videos. Videos were always a big part back in the 80s, So the Beat It and Billie Jean and Thriller songs aren't what I really go for. I'm more for like something like Man in the Mirror, or say Human Nature. And I thought that the songs were very well done. The choreography is excellent. I thought the whole cast was very good. Now, in the show, there's a reporter there with her cameraman, and she's doing sort of, not really a documentary, but sort of like a behind-the-scenes piece, and she's got her ears and eyes open. She's listening, not necessarily for some dirt on Michael, but just the truth of what's going on in his life. She really wants to get into who Michael Jackson is. And then he has his people, and they're very protective of him. And he's making a lot of demands in the show, and they're going way over budget. And they're saying, no, no, no. And apparently you just don't say no to Michael Jackson, or at least you didn't. And so this doesn't go anywhere past, this is just to show you. You can see these online if you want to see. But it's just to show you what the beautiful program looks like. Yes, it goes on and on because it's such a big cast. But, yeah, it doesn't go past 1992. You're not going to see anything involving the trial. You're not going to see anything at Neverland. You're just in this rehearsal studio, and then they'll do like sort of flashbacks, and here comes a hotel room where the Jackson 5 are staying, and their father is pushing them just crazily, and the mother is more protective of them, of the children, but and of course all the press wants to do is talk to Michael when he's with the brothers. They don't want to hear from the other brothers. One will start to speak, and they'll say, we want to hear from Michael. So I'm sure it was very frustrating for the Jacksons. But, I mean, they're very wealthy, so don't cry for them, Argentina. Now, here are some of the things I bought at the show. A beautiful MJ magnet, MJ the Musical. They had the white one, and then they had this version with a carousel in the background. And so, of course, I had to have them both. These are the only two magnets that were for sale. Of course, their design is very red, as you can see. I have had the poster hanging for, oh, well over a year, because when the poster came out, the Broadway poster, I had to have it because I love that red. I love the simplicity of the design. You can tell right away from the moonwalk, the glove, the socks, the shoes, that this is Michael Jackson. I love the logo. And I must say, this is one of the better done jukebox musicals. I still say that Jersey Boys is my favorite of jukebox musicals. That also, and of course, Beautiful, the Carole King musical. Those I liked a little bit better than MJ, but I didn't expect to like MJ the musical as much as I did, and it got mixed reviews when it came out. Some people didn't think that it delved far enough into Michael, and some people loved the way it was told, but I thought that Lynn Nottage did a very good job with the book. So, the tour is going on. Let's look at some of the places the tour is stopping next, shall we? Okay, if you look here, it was in Los Angeles, and then it's going to San Francisco, January 30th through February 25th. Then it has a bunch of short dates, which I think is odd. You've got Salt Lake City, February 27th through March 3rd, San Diego, California, another chance for the Southern Californians, March 5th through March 10th. Why is it so short? Tempe, Arizona, March 12th through March 17th. Costa Mesa, again for Southern California people, March 19th through March 31st, a little bit longer. Tucson, Arizona, April 2nd through April 7th. Denver, Colorado, April 10th through April 28th. Des Moines, Iowa, April 30th through May 5th. Kansas City, Missouri, May 7th through May 12th. Minneapolis, Minnesota, May 14th through May 26th. St. Louis, Missouri, May 28th through June 9th. And then we're going to Buffalo, New York. Well, not me, but they're going. Boston, Massachusetts. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Cleveland, Ohio in July to August 11th. Washington, D.C., August 13th through September 8th. And then they need to add a bunch more dates because they have Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for March 8th through, January 8th through January 19th, 2025. And that's a big gap between September and January. So you know there will be more cities added. In 2024, it's also going to open on the West End. I don't think it has yet. 2024 also will see production in Hamburg, and it's going to Sydney, Australia to open in 2025. So you'll have lots of opportunities to see MJ the musical. Like Michael Jackson's musical, it's not, or like his music, it's not going anywhere, but it's going everywhere. So you'll have chances to see it. So I recommend MJ the musical, and I went with Marco and Michelle, and we enjoyed it. Okay, for all of us at It's Christmas Time, we'll see you next time and talk about more theater and whatnot. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.